Hello, we are the video game design team, and we are from chapter 2498. Thank you so much for sending us the opportunity of going to semifinalists. I am TSA member number one. I am the programmer of the game.
I am TSA member number 5. I'm the manager and I work on the portfolio.
I am TSA member number 3, and I am in charge of both the regular gameplay and boss music.
I'm Team TSA member two. I took care of the ideas for the game, such as the team and some characters.
And we're going to start showing off the game.
I'm TSA number 4, and my part in this was I was in charge of the audio and the soundtrack used for the game.
Number
So
two. Thank you.
for this year team, the TSA decided to give us an adventure game, and we were okay. Was the most popular game that could be for COVID season. We're like, okay, then we could talk about our game. I mean, at school. My bad. And it would be about students who would try to escape from the school in a apocalyptic world where they had to fight robots. And that's the main premise of the whole game.
Hello, I am teammate number 3, and I am in charge of both the regular gameplay and boss music. As you might have heard during this presentation so far, the music for the regular gameplay was a mix of both electric and rap. I chose the electric because I thought it would go nicely with the enemies since they are robots. I then chose the rap part because I found the electric part to not be enough, so I put the percussion reminiscence of rap to add more character and life and excitement. For the boss music, I wanted to change it up from the electric rap you have throughout the rest of the game. But I still want it to be simple, exciting, and catchy. And what came to mind with those factors was nightclub music for its simplicity, upbeat, and energetic tone. Next to me.
So here we go. Wait. Number five, can you start with yours? I'm going to say mine at the end.
Okay, so question 1. What was the most difficult part of the project and how did you handle it? The most difficult part of the project is definitely regarding the character and the game design. That was actually the most difficult part that we came along in the making of this game. It was a hard task to come up with the script and actions for the characters and their enemies. We were able to handle this situation by coming together as a team and talking about our ideas while using ourselves as a reference for the characters and making it a little bit more personal. We put ourselves into the game and ask ourselves what we would do if we were in the situation of the character, and then later everything started to come along.
Well, so I programmed the game in which I created the enemies, how they reacted, as well as programmed the title screens that the characters would say, as in like over here when you encounter one of the characters. So I so the designs of the four different characters are Sarah being a biomedical engineer, Jesse a mechanical engineer, George a computer programmer, and Liam being an electrical engineer. Throughout the whole game, you're going to be encountering these different characters, as in over here as well, going to different events in which you're going to fight these robots. There are many different variants of these, being one of them the regular robot, a healer, and the speeder. They both have different types of abilities and stats on the game. While you go through, you're going to find a shop as well as a way to craft weapons and other items. Eventually, going to the final boss. And I believe that would be for you, number four.
Well, one thing I forgot to mention was the second question: what process was used to arrive at the final design that we delivered? Overall, it was a combination of everything. We started first with the game breakdown. We had to come up with the mechanics and the fundamentals of how the game was going to work, like the setting, the characters, etc. And then it came down also to the artwork that was used for the characters. We had to design them and we used ourselves as reference because since it was going to be about students, we kind of figured for ourselves, and then also the programming and coding that went into it. We had to make sure it it all worked together in the end.
And thank you so much for joining in.